Hi, it's me again, Eli the Yearbook Guy again for another interview with Mr. Kientz, science teacher now these days. Anyway, I'm gonna ask him about 5 questions. 5 questions, no more. Anyway, how's your new room?
It's great. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little more spacious, you know.
Okay. How long were you an English teacher for?
Almost. I think it's probably close to 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah. 13 years here at Union Mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So enough to like make your whole room your own back when in C205 was it?
Right. Yeah. Enough. Yeah. Enough that was my space, and so anytime you move spaces, you know, you're trying to not replicate what you had before, but
Right.
you know,
Something new.
something new. Right.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Last year you taught English.
Mm.
This year you're a science teacher.
Right.
How'd that happen? And why were you the one teacher that made the change?
Yeah. So my undergrad is environmental studies.
Okay.
And so I have a strong interest in science, and also, of course, in English. And I love language. I love reading and writing. And so when I started teaching, I wanted to focus on that language aspect. And then there was an opportunity last year to, at the end of last year, to make a change to science because we, at Union Mine, we had one too many English teachers. And it meant that one of the teachers was going to have to leave and go to another campus, maybe Pondo or Oak Ridge or whatever it was back then. And I was interested in making the move to science, and we had an opening. And so I suggested that. I approached our principal, and I said,
Okay.
if it's possible, I'm ready for a change. Is it okay to...
That's pretty rad.
Yeah. So nobody in the English department had to leave in terms
Yeah.
of leaving Union Mine, and everyone likes it here.
Mm-hmm. It's
I had a
very
chance to make
nice. Closed
yeah.
campus with few students and enough to recognize faces rather than filing through 2,000 people in a usual high school.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. 4. Now, how have you adapted your teaching style from English to science?
Yeah. That's a work in progress, right?
Right, yeah.
The aspects of good teaching in terms of trying to know students as individuals, that stayed the same. You know, trying to talk to students and see how they learn and how I might support them in their learning strengths.
Right.
And then as far as teaching science, there's more labs involved.
Mm-hmm.
And there's less discussion based. Like, for example, in English we might be discussing different aspects of a novel. Maybe it's symbolism or it's metaphors or whatever it might be, right? Whereas science, it's you're talking about particular concepts. In this case with earth science, it might be something like plate tectonics. So you're covering
Right.
the concept rather than an idea. I mean, there's of course ideas embedded in the concept, but
Yeah.
so it tends to be, it's obviously science is much more literal than
Right.
the discussion of a symbol in a book,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. That's pretty rad. What strengths and weaknesses do you have with this subject?
So strengths would be a love of the material. So in earth science, I love natural processes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always intrigued by how this planet functions and all the way that everything's connected, and so while we'll divide earth science in different categories like meteorology or geology, all this stuff connects, right? And I see those connections, and I want to try and explain the connections. And then the weakness would be just the experience of teaching. It's like anything, whether it's coaching a sport or something like music. You might have the content, but you need the practice in how to communicate that information, right?
Okay, yeah.
So this is just the first go at communicating information.
All right.
We got some rain.
And with our final question came the rain.
raindrops, yeah.
So that concludes our interview.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes, of course.
Did you see the double rainbow this morning?
Yes, I did. I've seen a lot of people Snapchatting it all this morning, and I was
Yeah.
like, whoa,
Yeah.
that was hard to miss. It was so cool.
So beautiful, right? Yeah.
Such a nice gift from nature.
There you go.
Anyway, see you guys later. Thank you, Mr. Kientz, for a
course.
humble interview.
Yeah.